Alright, hey guys, Circle Net here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make the Killfeed text that I did in my previous edit. So I want to show you guys how to do that real quick. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna have to have these images, and I'll leave these in the description. These images are the icons, and then I'll leave these in the descriptions. But these aren't all the images, so I'm actually gonna show you how to get them. So to get them, you want to go to Paladins wiki, I think, and then once you're at the Paladins wiki, what you do is you want to find whatever champion you want. So let's say we want Strix, right? Strix, favorite champion. You right click and you click inspect element. Oops, kind of laggy. OBS is different. So you right click inspect element or control shift I. So what you do is once you're right here, you see this link, but this is transparent. So usually it's right above. So when you see this file champion Strix icon.png, you press the drop down and you can find it right here. So there's the 120 by 120. There's and I think there's also just 120 by 120, I guess. Yeah. So what you do is you can right click that and open link in new tab, and then you just download the image right there. So if there's a new champion or something, you can just download it off of the Paladins wiki. Yeah. Alright, so once you have all the things, just import them into your After Effects project. So you can see all the names. Import them in After Effects project, and then you want to create a new composition. And let's do this Killfeed. Let's call it 5 seconds, and then you want the width to be 1870 and the height to be 100. These are my settings, but you can totally tweak these however you want. So once you make that, you're gonna have like a little horizontal bar, and then let's do the icons first. So once you put the icons in, let's do my two favorite champions, Droxus. I don't have Strix. Let's do Jogos. Select these two layers, scale them down to 50%. Right now they're at 120 by 120, so you want to scale them down to 60 by 60. Once they're scaled down, you want to have the white border around them. So you'd want, let's do a rectangle. You click this drop down menu, click over here, and unlink this. Make sure it's 62 by 62. And then go back to your move tool, click that, and pan behind. Is there a need for pan behind? No, probably not. Alright, go to your align tab, make that sure that's in the middle. Make sure that, oh, here's the thing. Alright, so click your pan behind, click this, and then hold control to make sure that this is in the middle, so that the center point is in the middle. And then this, for the PNGs you already loaded in, there should be already in the middle. And then for these two, you want to align them to the center of each other. Make sure that the image is on top. And then both these are center aligned with the composition, so that you have a border. We'll do it one more time, just for the triggers. So, I'll do it again. Rename border 1. Alright, so grab it. You can also duplicate this later if you've done that, but I'll do it one more time just so you guys know. Make a shape. Drop down rectangle path, unlink, make sure it's 62 by 62. You can also do increments of 2, so 64, 66, depending how wide your border it is. But make sure it's an increment of 2 additive towards the original size. So if it's 120, make it 122 or 124. If it's 60, make it 62 or 64. Alright? Let's rename this for organization. Border 2. Put that beneath whatever image we want it to go under. And then make sure that, grab the pan behind tool and make sure the anchor point is in the middle. So pan behind tool, click, hold control, and then it'll snap to the middle. Press V to move back to your selection tool. And then press control, click this layer, and align them to the center of each other. So now we have 2 things with a border and stuff. So I'm actually going to make these all the same. All in the same place. Then we're going to move all these over to the left and set it up again. Now what we're going to do is we're going to separate the space in between them. So for one of them, I'm going to go to the right 4 times. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select both the layers, the border and thing, and then press shift and then right arrow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same thing for the bottom 2. Shift, left arrow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I need more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that has like an even spacing between them. So now, let's make sure it's in the middle. So once you've done that, you want to make the X in between. So to do the X, you take this, grab that, do an X, and then the font I'm using is Another Danger. You can download this off online or something. Oh snap, weird. Okay, so what you do, I actually have to align all of them together. My bad. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So I think that looks good. It looks good enough. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to have the names of the people. So grab the text tool again, type in name. So Golden Knight. And the font I use for my thing is, you don't have to use this one, but it's called Agency. And it's bold. And oh shit. Align this to the, nope, right there. Make sure the paragraph that it's on, if it's on the left, make sure it's right there. So when you center it, position, then highlight the border that you want, so it'd be border 1, and align it to there. Once you align it to there, you go back a certain number, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do 8. Sounds good. This is just to make sure that the spacing is all equal. And let's duplicate this layer. So I hold Alt, drag, Shift to keep it in line. Oh shit. Duplicate it first. Drag, hold hold Shift to do that. And then align it. First go to the paragraph, make it sure it's on the left side. Align it, highlight the border, the second border. Align it to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just to make sure that the spacing is all the same. So what right now you had is you have this a Killfeed thing, and then last step would be to align it as close to the right as possible. Oops. Well, not too close. Still want to see it. Alright. Let's actually go back one. Alright. Once you've done that, and as close as possible, it looks pretty good. Now, why we did all that spacing and stuff is so that when you change it, when you duplicate the layer, and you go into a new one and you change it, let's go Nugget edits. It retains the same position. Same thing with this one. And then all you have to do is move it over again. That's all you have to really do. And then it keeps the position, so it's evenly spaced for all of them. You can change the spacing however you want, just kind of follow those guidelines when you are doing it. So the very last step is to animate all this. So go to the very first frame, press P, Control Shift right arrow. This will move 10 frames forward. Take a position thing, put a position keyframe, move Control Shift arrow, left arrow. Control Shift left arrow. It should get you back to 0. And then what you want to do is drag the Y value all the way up so that it's just right off the edge of going in. Click off. Actually, there's like 1 pixel left. Alright, whatever. Once you've done that, highlight all your layers. Press F9. Go into the graph editor. And then make sure that this is, click this one. Make sure it's on edit speed value graph. Zoom in. Highlight all these. Drag them as far in as possible. That should have a nice animation, so it'll animate down as you go through. Last step, put some motion blur, turn that on, and you should be good. So the very last step is to align it in your composition. So you have this composition, right? You put it in, align, left, to the top, and then I go down 1, 2, or 1. I should go to 90. On my original one I went 90, and then I went in increments of 80. Yeah. First one's at 90, and then the rest are at increments of 80. So that's how you should do it, and then if you have multiple ones, just have an equal spacing between them. So let's duplicate P 170, P 250. And then they should all animate at the same time. Or they could, but if you wanted to spread them out, just stagger them. Something like that, alright? So that's basically how you do kill feeds. If you want anything else, like if you want to know how to do any other effects in the previous montage, I'll show you how to do that. Alright, thanks for watching.